Let's go. Yes. Yes, 2 times. I know the vibes though. She like, ooh la la, we go. Ooh la la, we she like, ooh la la, they go. Ooh la la, we okay. Ooh la la, she like, ooh la la, she like, ooh la la, she like, ooh la la. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop up out the bed like, where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovich. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, then the question is, where you been? Where y'all niggas been? Because over here on my side, we deal with sports, hip-hop, entertainment, interviews sometimes, Popovisms 101, and of course, motivation. Got mine in today. So if you can rock with those things, then before you hit stage left, know what I mean, and leave the page, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, smash the notification bell so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos, and if it's not your first time and you ain't been under a rock, then you know how I do. You know how I plainly start the show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. And we is in the end game, people. And we in the end game because real quick, like I knew they was gonna get caught. All 5 of the suspects for the taxi cab driver booked. Young people. 15, 18, 2 girls. Shit is crazy, crazy. Shit crazy. That's just a side note for, you know, people that think they're gonna jump out there, do what you want, whenever you want, how you want, when you feel like it. You doing this shit when you feel like it. You're gonna go to jail. And if you're young, you might get off, you know, you might have some time left. If you do some real dumb shit, your lights might be turned off, death by vacancy. So let's talk about this shit though, because this shit got niggas in the frenzy. You know what I mean? Like, Bill O'Reilly, you only rally me up. And we in the end game because, you know, DJ Khaled, we the best. No, Scorpios, we the best. Even though it's Virgo season. Shout out to all the Virgos out there. Shout out to Kiss. Like, you know what I mean? Today, oh, y'all thought, I mean, not the other Kiss. You know what I mean? My Kiss. Shout out to, you know what I mean? Virgo season is in the building. Y'all rock. I fucks with y'all. DJ Khaled came out and said, maybe I don't know when it was recorded, but I think I seen the video maybe like 5 days ago, 4 days ago. And it was a little snippet and it was like Jay-Z, like I guess on his album that was being released. And I didn't know that the Staying Alive song with Drake, which is, it's mixed reviews to me. It's not really, I think somebody else is on there too. Who the fuck is else on there? But I ain't really, it's not really rocking it. You know what I mean? They don't got that feeling. Not to me. It's alright. Looking a little funny style coming out of the elevator though in the video. But anyway, I forget who Khaled was talking to. We the best. And another one. He was like, yo, on my new album, you know, he real dramatic and he's, you know what I mean? He's one for the flair. Like, you know what I mean? Woo! He's one for the flair. He like, yo, think this whole verse on my album is the best ever. Like the best whole verse ever. Like ever. So that's what we talking about. We in the end game, because y'all know on the channel, you know, hip-hop, sports, interview. I love hip-hop. Big, you know what I mean? Come up on, I think I come up in the right era, the right time. To not be some newbie. Like, so y'all new niggas, y'all some new niggas. With the music, that is. And with other shit, too. But we just gonna fuck with the music right now. I think I come up in the right era, the right time to be able to dive in and see and, you know, compare And dare I say yeah, like aficionado with his rap shit. You know what I mean? For the era I come up in. Blame it on that. I said, damn, the best verse ever? And you know, you selling an album, like, and it's all for sale. You a salesman, you know what I mean? Obviously. And real side note, before we get to the verse, as far as DJ Khaled, we lit right now, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. Mm-hmm. Saturday night vibe, Saturday night live, and it's hot, even though, I mean, when you drinking, you get hotter. Side note with DJ Khaled, as far as how people view him, you know what I mean? Before we get to Hov and the verse, and obviously God did, Lil Wayne and Rick Ross is on there, you know what I mean? The biggest, right? People look at him like, a lot of people think that they can do what he do. And that's just pick different artists, put them together with a dope ass beat, and that's it. And even if that's all that he did, I don't think that's all that he does. But let's just say, for argument's sake, for the people that's in the back screaming like, it's easy to do, you know what I mean? Like Phil Jackson, it's easy to coach MJ, fadeaway, perfect, Scottie Pippen, long arms, Dennis Rodman and the boys, Kobe, Shaq, you know what I mean? Derek Fisher, you know what I mean? And those boys, and get a ring. LeBron James, and, you know, obviously talent, you're going to win. So when you got a Hov and Lil Wayne on the track, when you put Rihanna and Chris Brown, or you just mix and match, you know, these various artists and their talents, you know what I mean? And you come up with some dope shit, you know what I mean? People think that shit is easy, and it's not. You gotta have an ear. You still gotta have a vision, you know what I mean? And I know he be for the dramatics, like, you know what I mean? It breaks my heart. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even Hov said it at the end of his verse as well. It breaks my heart. Like Twinkle Toes, you breaking my heart. Can't fuck with me. Go play somewhere. I'm busy. Like, you know what I mean? So let's get to the whole verse. And, you know, I could play the verse. My channel not monetized. It's like, you know what I mean? But is it the best whole verse ever? And I said, damn, Hov number 2, by the way. And even after that verse, he's still number 2. Like, check your own videos. You always be number 2. I know a lot of people got Hov as number 1. And at one time, I had him as number 1 as well. But then when I had to dive deeper into the catalogs and the type of songs and the magnitudes, I got Nas number 1. It is what it is. You could debate me. I'll debate you. You know what I mean? And we could get into that too. But is it the best whole verse ever? It's probably one of them. But also you got to take into the fact that he rhymed for damn near 4 minutes and change. He started rhyming at 3 minutes on a song. The song is a little over 8 minutes. Finish, you know what I mean, at 7 and change. So he rhyming for a long time. So it's pretty much like it's your song. And Rick Ross had a couple of bars, and like Hov once said to Nas, like, as a matter of fact, you had the worst flow in the whole fucking song. But I know, sun don't shine, sun don't shine. That's why you lay right. Careers come to an end. It's only so long fake dogs can pretend, and that's all, you know what I mean, to take it. And Nas. Rick Ross was very short. And actually, when he, you know, quoted the kilo or whatever he said about the kilo, like, you know, I kind of like dumbed out and turned off. You know what I mean? Like, all right. You know what I mean? It's like, one, you ain't been, like, let's say he was a worker / drug dealer nigga, right? Like, stealing niggas' names and shit. Well, let's say, for argument's sake, you know what I mean? Maybe, allegedly, kind of, sort of, that he was this, you know, an officer, not a police officer, but a corrections officer. Then, at the same time, was selling mad bricks and in the coke game. That was years ago, bro. What? That shit was years ago. So why are you still talking about that? It don't really hit with that feeling like it did years ago to me. And I'm a Rick Ross fan, despite the CEO shit. You know what I mean? Or not CEO. That was his line on Death Valley. CEO. You know what I mean? Despite that shit, I don't hold no grudge against him. I hold, you know what I mean? My position is the same. This side note, because it's my show. We unscripted. We authentic. That feeling. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Right. So when I upload the videos, I always say his talent, rapping wise, nice. Rick Ross, nice. He made way better songs than a lot of niggas, and he got a certain formula, style, format, and he stick to it. He made good songs. and he lyrically nice. But that shit was years ago. So when he was like the brick or whatever he said, and you think about Hove, you know what I mean? Because this is right now, it's the Hove segment. Hove and who's the best MCs, Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas. Hove on the 444 album. What song was it? Family Affair or Family Ties or some shit like that. You know what I mean? When he was like, Steve, some shit about ugly, I'm cute, a billionaire ain't ugly. But on that song anyway, he like some shit cocaine. Then he like, nah, we did. No, what he said? He said crack cocaine. Nah, we did that. We offer that as some shit. Now we eating off these merrily streams. And you know, he brag about, you know, or boast about, and you know, it's always a win. It's actually Hov just won some more money with the lawsuit. The fragrance people that was trying to sue him, they come to find out that they owe him money with some interest. So you know, Hov always winning. But in this particular case, he pretty much was like, we offer that. We been offer that. You know what I mean? And it's like, y'all niggas is broke if you don't only want to get money, and we call that broke. But with niggas I fuck with, everybody is rich. Like, we all the way up. And he also been spitting this obviously on his first album when he like, if you know what I mean, if everybody in your clique is rich, your clique is rugged, because nobody will fall, because everybody will be each other's crutches. Like, you know what I mean? So you never gonna go down if you fucking with some real official people and y'all all got money. You should never go down. If you got money, you should never go down, but shit does happen. But anyway, I started thinking, I said, damn, you know what I mean? Threats off the Black album, Lucky Me off the second album, you know what I mean? It's a Hard Knock Life and times in my lifetime, Volume 2, Sean Carter. I think about motherfucking, Hov got a lot of memorable verses. And real quick, while we on my show, we unscripted. When it come to Nas and Hov, yes, I will agree to. Hov got more of the songs you're going to probably dance to and, you know what I mean, get on the floor, you know what I mean, and 1, 2, and then do the little two-step. I'm a hustler, baby. And I'm not even counting R. Kelly albums, but even, well, not R. Kelly albums, but the best of both worlds. He got too many just dancing songs, and he obviously can spit. Nas got more artistical type of songs. Shit that niggas didn't want to do, couldn't do, was afraid to do before, you know, artists rhyme like that. Obviously, KRS One is a different, you know, Pac, you know what I mean, and that type of caliber of artists. Hov just like say he's just getting money, hustling nigga, like, you know what I mean? And obviously, the last verse of Streets is Watching, I could quote mad verses, you know what I'm saying? The point is it the best verse? Because people are reactionary, like everything is hot, fresh, and is new, and it's, you know, they just dropped the album, so it's like, oh, this is the best verse ever. I don't think it's the best verse ever, you know what I mean? I don't. I think it might could be up there, time to tell, but obviously this is the grown man Hov. This is why he's not rapping about selling drugs no more, or if he make mention of it, he like, they mad because they couldn't get me. You don't really hear that in the vernacular, in the speech. Is grown man bars. It's grown like Nas been doing. You know what I mean? One mic, and you know what I mean, revolutionary, you know what I mean, warrior with Alicia Keys. And I say one mic, I gave you power, you know what I mean, just different type of shit. I want to talk to the mayor, to the governor, Unforgettable with Nat King Cole, rest in peace, and Chrisette Michelle. Just shit like that, you know what I mean? Everybody don't make songs like that, to me. So that's why I hold up I Rule the World, you know what I mean? Like second album. People just ain't making songs. The whole really started, you know what I mean? Meet the Parents, obviously Lucky Me. Little references, maybe, you know what I mean? Obviously, what's the song on the Blueprint? Song Cry, when he indulged into relate, you know what I mean? But Nas been doing that. So that's why, to me, some of his songs hit a little more different, you know what I mean, than Hov songs. But Hov definitely, obviously, he had Just Blaze. He got the Neptunes or Pharrell. Like, for real, you know what I mean? Change, Clothes, and them type of songs. So, Nas, that's always been a knock on him, and that still goes to show how nice he is, because a lot of people will be like, Nas don't know how to pick his beats. He don't pick the right beats. He don't pick that, you know what I mean, made you look and get down type of beats only sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Only sometimes Nas do that. But for the most of the part, you gotta sit, you gotta listen, and niggas don't want to do that. You know what I mean? You want to hide something from a nigga, put it in the book. So Hov won. You know what I mean? Nas still best. Let's talk about the album though, as far as the God did. And you know, DJ Khaled's Muslim to my knowledge. If I'm misspeaking, then I apologize. You know, he from that, you know what I mean? The era. So he's over dramatic with the thankfulness, and to me, you know what I mean? And I think he's just selling to the people playing it up for the rock, and you know, sometimes on these platforms and shit, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, pop up his TV, we live, we roll, we unscripted. So we do shit the way I want to do it over there, and I love it that way. He got a flair for the dramatic. So I take it with a grain of salt, you know what I mean? Like when he's saying shit and he's being, you know what I mean? He's performing. Challenge, you know what I mean? He's performing. On the album, he got a son on there. Let's go to the album real quick. Let's get this shit accurate. Oh, that's not the right one. There you go, right here. How many songs? 17, but really one is you know, the shit with his son is a fucking like, you know, his son is just going crazy. The album is alright. Like it ain't, you know what I mean? I listen to the album maybe like 1.5 times, and this is what I mean listening to the album. On a treadmill, you know what I mean? When I'm running 5 now, like I said, I got mines in. Obviously when the album dropped, Twitter was going crazy. I skipped and jumped over songs. Definitely listened to the whole shit, and I listened to that a few times. The Big Time, I got the Rick Ross type of vibes, but it didn't live up to the bar. Rick Ross Big Time on the, the Port of Miami 2, way better with Swiss Beats. Way better than the shit with Future and Little Baby. Keep Going, featuring Lil Durk, 21 was alright. The Party shit was alright. Staying Alive, I told you that shit is a little, you know what I mean? I get you trying to copy off the Bee Gees, but it's just alright. And I fuck with Drake, you know what I mean? Whatever really saw, I mean, you know, you got the City Girl shit with the other chick that sound like Megan Thee Stallion, Mulatto, Lotto, whatever her name is. Pay Bills, and they use the what's my shit? The fucking Lost Boys shit, Mr. Cheeks, like now I'm in the spot where I want to be. Like, now I mean that shit right there he did with Missy. Turning around, let me see something. For real, it's gonna be something. I'm talking lights, camera, action. You know, they want their bills paid. They want their boxes licked. They want to sit on your face and all this crazy shit. Even though they got money, which they saying, I'm gonna kidnap your nigga, have my way with him, send him back to you, all this braggadocious, and I got big nuts talk. And that's why I really can't get into it. But I did listen to that. It's alright. I see the ladies will probably rock out to that. Obviously, I got the Fly B by the Lost Boys, Mr. Cheeks. You know what I mean? Jada. I mean, honestly, Jada is one of the hardest spitters. Jada is one of the top 5, Dead or Alive, and that's just with one LP. And I do got Jada in top 5. I got Jada in top 5. Jada's nice. But overall, like I said, the album, if I had to rate it after only like 1.5 listens, I'm probably gonna listen again. I'm gonna say like a 1 out of 10. I'm gonna say like a solid 7. You know what I mean? What's the internal 7? Rest in peace to the Godfather for the internal 7. You know what I mean? Everybody's a fucking 10 though. I'm gonna give it like a 7. And I ain't gonna lie, like a lot of these albums, Game album just came out. You know what I mean? Let me put you on the game. I'll show you where the Bloods at, where the Crips at. Show you where they flip crack, where they pitch at. Let me put you on the game. Being I'll be speaking to hip hop. I didn't listen to his album yet either. Done got 30 fucking songs. Are you serious right now? Like, and that's you. Like, I get it. You ain't put out music in a while. It's your last album. You want the, you know what I mean? Like, what Draymond, who Draymond told this shit to? Oh, told this shit to Paul Pierce, nigga. You ain't Kobe? Like, you know what I mean? When he was on his going away tour, he was on his last, you know what I mean? Like, this is my last season. I'm hanging him up. Balls closing. And Draymond like, nigga, you ain't Kobe. You ain't going to get the treatment. That shit was mad, wild funny. But I said that to say, like, you ain't going to get the, you know what I mean? You ain't getting that. So I just think it's like, You're not gonna get niggas to listen to 30 songs in one sitting. Then you got the song dissing Eminem, 10 minutes long. Obviously, you know for the 300 bars, and I fuck with Game too. You know what I mean? He got a classic album under his belt. Obviously, he got 2 classic albums. I'm gonna take that back. And if it's not a classic, it's close to a classic. And that's the second album, believe it or not. And that's the album, The Devil's Advocate, Side Notes, My Show, I Do What I Want. He didn't have Dr. Dre on there. He was like, yo, there was some nigga in the hood. I don't know if he was playing or not at the time. That's like a Dr. Dre, but he like a poor man's Dr. Dre, so niggas be going to him to get the beats. And you can see that he wanted to prove that he wasn't a one album hit wonder, or 50 Cent didn't make him. And so that album went hard. You know what I mean? When Old English and that album is fire. I ain't gonna lie, that album is definitely fire. It may not have like a lot of the the beats and the Timberland and the electro coming to take one. Go ahead, do the wop for me, like, I mean, it ain't gonna have those joints on there. And obviously, ain't gonna have the motherfucking features of 50 Cent, etc. But it's still a solid, dope album. I got the joint on there with Kanye and You, Baby, I Find You. But that's just a side note. But anyway, got his last album out. I think it's called The Black Eminem. I think it's called The Black Slim Shady. I think it is. 30 songs, 10 minutes dissing them. And Eminem is on the DJ Khaled album with Kanye West. You know what I mean? Pulled up in my other bins. That song is I. Like, if you want to know what I mean, that song is I. So it ain't like it was like mad songs for me that I'd be rocking to. But enough of this hip hop shit. Let's talk about some other shit. You know what I mean? Let's talk about some other shit. That's why I said I was high. Let's talk about some other shit. Let's talk about Killer Cam, that is. Shout outs to Harlem. Harlem, stand up. I'm from Harlem. Shout outs to me. He was on the $1 Million, the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. Shout outs to Gilly and Wallow. I fucks with their podcast. I fuck with their content. Even on social media, the little clips on Instagram and shit. So anyway, Killer was on there, and amongst other things, what people choose, what I find funny, because he talked about mad shit on that. I mean, obviously, Killer like Gotti, he's an entertaining person to interview. You know what I mean? As far as his stories and how he come across, and how he tells a story, or how he explains things. To me, is entertaining. So anyway, they got him on there. They asked him wild shit. You know what I mean? And what's trending on a few other channels that I've seen is his comments on New York women. So Gilly, asked him like, yo, what the fuck is like New York niggas doing to have these New York women, behave and act in the manner that they act? And real side note, shout outs to my moms. Love you, mommy. Was getting her stuff from CVS the other day. Standing there on a long ass, well, it wasn't that long. Maybe like 6 people, but they was a little slow. Some chick, bonnet on, body not looking right, not fit, like fit, feminine, and friendly. Not fit, and I'm not shaming. I'm in the gym trying to keep it fit. Not fit, sandals and some spandex, looking crazy, shit crazy. There to get her shit, or somebody else shit. Smoking them pens. I don't know if it was a vape pen or it was a weed pen. No regards for the elderly people that was sitting down waiting for their medication or whatever. They do vaccinations in there, COVID. And I was like, y'all doing vaccinations for what? The monkeypox? And the lady that was doing it, she was like, nah, I wish we had that. We don't even have that. Like, we've been waiting for that for mad long. I'm like, damn, shit is shortage. Shit is short on your ass? Oh, all right. So she's like, nah, it's still the COVID. I'm like, they still giving that shit out? I'm like, damn, even after they came out saying like this shit ain't gonna stop transmission, most likely you still gonna get sick, you still get trans, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, all right, cool, you know what I mean? Because I didn't know that. Lady just smoking, blowing, you know what I mean? Then the lady like the worker, she like, your ID and shit. So this black lady, I'm talking like, but you black, right? Yeah. You thought I was talking about somebody else, the Asian, Mexican? No, but you black. Black lady. No regards for the you know, the elderly people that was sitting there, and I was a few people back, so it was like, yeah, you know what I mean? I could say something, but do I really want to be arguing in CVS when I'm just really trying to get my mom shit and get the fuck up out of here? No, I'm not. But I'm just peeping game, like, from the side, like, get your own shit. While you're out of mine, I'm just on the sideline just watching, you know what I mean, and observing, seeing what the fuck is going on. Like that new car you buy or that rented, or you financing, and everybody got your car, the blinders is lifted, and you can just see some of the shit people be talking about. It's like, damn, this is what we got to deal with. The lady like your ID and shit. I always come picking my stuff. I've been picking my stuff out. I don't have my ID right now. It's like, but man, the rules are you have to show ID. And that's you. And this goes out to you and you and you. This goes out to you. Right, this goes out to you. For the people in the back. There's rules and regulations and you have to abide by them. Or you can not, or you can not. But then you're going to deal with the consequences. So the lady, you know, she's trying to be courteous and professional. And she's like, yeah, but you can see that she's getting more animated, more agitated, more ready to aggressive. You know what I mean? Belligerent. You know what I mean? Ready to, you know what I mean? Like a wild beast. And I'm being funny, but I'm not. Of course I'm being funny, but I'm not. So people are waiting. You know how black are like, all right, we all want to get out of here too. You got to have your ID. So anyway, she called the sister. Sister came over. Some other, you know what I mean, looking joint. You know what I mean? She gave her ID, same last name, and the lady let her get her shit. That's just side note. So Cam like, yo, yeah, you know, New York women, you know, specifically, you know what I mean? Bitches in Harlem, bitches in the Bronx. Shout out to the BX, you know what I mean? Home of hip hop, you know what I mean? And he was like, you know, he haven't dealt with nobody in Harlem in mad long, relationship-wise, or maybe even booty clapping sounds. You know what I mean? Booty clapping sounds. He like, yo, you just my sis. You just auntie. Like, I can never really fuck with y'all. Disrespectful, entitled. And I said, damn, I'm from Harlem. I lived in Brooklyn, lived in the Bronx, got burnt out. Being funny, but I'm not. Yeah, like, got burnt out. You know, we had fights in Harlem too, though. Man, this is the late 80s, early 90s, and crackheads was running wild, like, you know what I mean? New Jack City. Got caught with that white girl like Pookie. It's a great Fire reference. He said it's like just New York women. It's just, especially from Harlem. And I like I said, being from Harlem, I feel I'm fully, you know, have authority to speak about this topic. And I dealt with a lot of women. You know what I mean? You know, I did time now to Andrew been up north on that Yakisobe line, front row seats to chili con con. You know what I mean? Bum ass 2 hot dogs and tater tots and Moulin Rouge and Goulag Gouge. You know what I mean? I'm being funny, but I'm all the way not right now. I'm all the way not. You living off motherfucking white rice and kipper snaps. Like, this shit crazy. Shit crazy. You making motherfucking fried fish, Jack Mac to be Pacific with the motherfucking Doritos and, you know what I mean? And you litty. That's if you privileged or you fortunate enough to even be able to get those things. Otherwise, I know the value of a roll of tissue, bag of chips, soda, and a loaf of bread. You could hope you could get those things being locked up. Shout out to Styles P. That's a Styles P reference. I said, chili con con or not. You know what I mean? Like chili con con and I don't care. Hold on a second. Oh, okay. I'm privy to seeing what it is. You know what I mean? And like I said, I mentioned the prison time to say, you know, coming home, yeah, I'm gonna shake out a little bit. Like in beans, in stretch, keep it going to the beans. And so I've dated women from Harlem, from the Bronx, and you ask me, Bronx is an easy slide. Like, y'all might be mad, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, at least in my experience. Easy slides, you know what I mean? For the most part. Brooklyn too. Queens, play a little, you know what I mean? You gotta dance and sing and all that shit like you was challenged back in the days. But overall, for the overall, you know, statement and sentiments of New York women, you know what I mean? 10 boots on. You got You got skits and shit where shit got a whole like a leotard on with some 10 boots on, trying to lift the nigga on the table, and it's a skit. But he was like, yo, I'm the man. I'm the man. And it's just really, you know, when it's funny, but just like comedians, it's funny, but it's the truth. So people are really making fun of you. Ladies, you know what I mean? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? They making fun of you by saying y'all masculine. Y'all niggas is niggas with dicks. And that's why niggas ain't fucking with you. That's why Cam is like, nah, I'm good. Like Kanye West and T-Pain, I'm good. Bitch, I'm good. Like, I'm okay. And he kind of quoted, you know what I mean? Apache and Gangsta Bitch. I need a gangsta bitch. A gangsta bitch. And this came out, I'm gonna say 91, 92, something like that. Obviously it was a well, not obviously, because people don't know. Like I said, I'm from that era, so I done traveled some roads. If you motherfucking born in 2000, then you don't know. You know what I mean? You born in motherfucking 2013. No, that's too low. You know what I mean? You just don't know. But Apache, he was a spin-off of, if I'm not mistaken, Naughty by Nature. You know what I mean? And they actually brought him out. And he came out with a hit song called I Want a Gangsta Bitch. Or I think the song was called Gangsta Bitch. But in the song was like, I want a gangsta bitch. A gangsta bitch. I want a gangsta. And pretty much he detailing of, you know, all the shit. I want a chick that, you know, pops this gun all day. And some real, like, dumb, off-the-wall shit. When you really think about it, you say, all right, like, we living in Compton? Like, we living in L.A. where bitches is, you know what I mean? Gang. And I know it's gang bitches in New York, too. But some of the stuff he was saying, I don't recall women out like that. Not at that time. So that's why the song hit different. And, you know, Cam was kind of alluding to the fact that, you know, this one might have sparked it. But you say, all right, early 90s, we in 2022 now. So that's years ago. Like, you know what I mean? And this shit is still going on now. And, you know, they was him and Wallow and Gilly, they referencing bitches like suck my dick and your father's a bitch and you a bitch and, you know, fuck your life. Like, you know what I mean? Bracelet on saying fuck your life and, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, women is on it like that. I referenced, I was in the bar, you know what I mean? Harlem, you know what I mean? Shouts to my nigga Billy D. Got a lot of views on that shit on my Instagram. This nigga is wild funny. You gotta go to the real Billy D 414, no, 141, you know what I mean? Mad funny. But anyway, I was with him actually. We was drinking and shit, chopping it up. I'm at the bar, you know what I mean? Like just leaning. This is the space where the you know, what the fuck these things called? The waitresses is coming in. So, you know, I gotta keep moving a little bit. And it was a mother, you know, I'm going to say an age, but let's say she was 43, 44. Her daughter probably was like 22, 21, maybe even 24. So it had to be that age range where they together in the bar, you know, talking with them. So I got the spot clearly, but I don't really have the spot. I don't really care. I'm just talking with my niggas, so I'm not like leaning and lounging. Keep getting nudged. You know what I mean? They want the spot. Like, they just keep trying to get in. So finally, I just couldn't take it. Like, you don't want to see me angry. And I turned around like, you know what I mean? Like, why do they keep nudging me? What's the problem? And right away, the daughter, all real crazy. And you know what I mean? It's like, woo, woo, woo. That's my mom's. And it's like, yo, you bugging and you're out of line. And if I get crazy, like, if I shoot you, I'm brainless. But if you shoot me, you famous. What's the nigga to do when the streets is watching? Cops keep, you know what I mean? Like, waiting for you to break, make your first mistake. And I can't afford it. So I just was like, this, you know, eventually the moms jumped in, you know, not really apologize, but like, I'm sorry, but we want to sit down. Or I'm like, yeah, all you got to do is just ask. You ain't got to do it the way you doing it. So the question is it true, the stigma of bitches from New York being out of line? And other places, is it different? And I've traveled as well, like being locked up, they won't let me out. Yeah, I'm going to travel, and I have been traveling. You know what I mean? I ain't got too much time. We got to get out of here. You know what I mean? We got to rock and roll. I said, I've been to a few different places, you know, commingle with some women of different nationalities in different places. I've been blessed to. You know what I mean? All praises due. I hope to keep traveling. You know what I mean? And if you haven't traveled, then my suggestions to you is you definitely should travel. Broaden your horizons, as they say. You know what I mean? Like, it's bigger than, you know what I mean, your stoop and 149 and, you know what I mean, Brooklyn Square or wherever the fuck you at, you know what I mean? Brentwood, Rosedale, you know what I mean? Best Stuyvesant, wherever the fuck you at. Scranton, you know what I mean? Lancaster. Connecticut, Bridgeport, like wherever you at, Philadelphia. Travel. Save your money to do that. And this is real. Let's not make this a quick side note. We'll talk about this in a minute, but that's what the whole passport shit is about. Niggas is mad that niggas is traveling. And we'll talk about that right after this. The question, ladies, how do you feel about the stigma if you fit the description? Because everybody ain't, you know what I mean, wearing Timbs and trying to lift niggas up and throw them on the dresser on the dresser like they a man. You do got fit, feminine, friendly women, you know what I mean? And we ain't gonna get to the cooperative, the submissive. That's like, you know what I mean? Those are the ladder steps. Like Latter-day Saints, those are the ladder steps. There's plenty of women that's fit, feminine, and friendly in New York, you know what I mean? What the stigma now is, you know what I mean? That it's a lot of masculinity. And it was a lesbian joint I seen on the channel, light-skinned joint, I forget her name, you know what I mean? But she was talking about like, yo, it's the same thing. Like you get them mad, they may act like they feminine, friendly, and cool. As soon as when you do something to piss them off, it's eat a dick, it's this, it's jump off a cliff, it's I kill your mother. And you see, you know what I mean? Just so many images on social, you know, social media with women from New York. You know what I mean? Like the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. Is it what's the word? Is it warranted? You know what I mean? Is it true? And when you go to other places, and some of the places I've been to Houston, been to Atlanta, I've been to Washington, I've been to Virginia, you know what I mean? Didn't offend you, you know what I mean? But I only came back just to get dinner, and now I'm eating. I'm just playing right now. That's a whole reference. Started the show with Hope. No, we really started the show with Virgo season. Then we went to Hope. I've been to Bahamas, as he said in the rhyme. Y'all niggas talking about Za. I ain't even been nowhere, but that's another story. Been in the Bahamas, been to Mexico twice, been to Vegas mad times, been to motherfucking Charlotte, been upstate, been in a lot of New York, you know, New York State places, you know what I mean, Delaware, Plaques, you know what I mean, Vermont, been a lot of places, you know what I mean. Been to motherfucking Puerto Rico, ho, Puerto Rico, ho. I've been a lot of places. Houston, been to Vegas, you know what I mean? And I met, you know, the different people. Not always, I've been to DR, not always just to, you know, to holler at women, but I have interaction with women. And they are different. You could say, that might be changing, you know what I'm saying? As the world turns and people make the world go round, and social media and TikTok and all this bubblegum shit, you may say, yeah, that's changing, Lee. You know what I mean? Like, that's definitely changing. And I referenced that when I was talking about, you know, I had to look at things from a modern perspective. You know what I mean? You can look at things with a spiritual eye or a third eye. You can look at things for the literal sense. You can go deeper, you know what I mean? Allegorical, you know what I mean? And just... And see, and you'll get a different perspective. I'm saying that to say, like, I wasn't looking at shit like no modern times. As far as modern women, that terminology is like modern women. The fuck is that? The fuck is a modern woman? Then when you get the definition of modern women, you hear the behaviors or you hear what people is attaching and bundling up with modern women. Then you go out, like I said, to the CVS, and you say, oh shit, this is an example of that. Young bitches, older women telling, I told y'all about the African dude or whatever, you know what I mean? The chick was like, I do X, Y, Z, and I was outside at the time, and I'm always outside. I said something, sometimes I may say something, sometimes just mind my fucking business, like, yo, that shit don't got nothing to do with me, I don't give a fuck. And you have to adapt that sometimes. You have to pick and choose when to say, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? As far as putting your life on the line, like, you know what I mean? Fuckers putting their life on the line for somebody you don't know. A good Samaritan. And sometimes that may be you, and that's you. But it's like, all right, are you or are you not? You know what I mean? Is it warranted? And I would say, in some cases, it is. It is. You can say, yo, it's wrong, you know what I mean? You stereotyping, all cops are bad or whatever, you know what I mean? All whitey, or everybody's a fucking supremacist, Ku Klux Klan, you know what I mean? It's like, nah, New World Order. Nah, it's not that. It's just some things apply and some things don't. Do you fit in or you don't? Like Tupac said, it's not about niggas and bitches. It's not about, you know what I mean? It's not east or west. It's about, you know what I mean? Y'all know the rest on the Machiavelli album. What side are you on? I say, you know, whether it's warranted or not, that some of it is warranted as far as the behavior. So when you see it, it's like, oh, this is modern behavior. This is, and some the same with men as well. It's modern men. Niggas ain't cut from certain cloths. They doing a whole lot of bubblegum shit and posing with socks and they you know, and they pants and all that just to get views and, you know, doing anything in the mostest to, you know what I mean, be popular. And, you know, that's a hell of a drug for some people. But, you know, overall, I say for the places that I've been, people that I ran into, you want to rude people other places too. It's not just American women. But again, outside of New York, you could say American women is fucking, I won't say masculine, I'll just say rude or walk around with the, what's the famous shit that people be talking about, women say that they face look like? Man, what is this shit? Oh, resting dead bitch face. Y'all know on the channel, it is shock and amaze me. And on the channel, you know, when you put the beat on, I'm not shocked and amazed. But when I first heard the phrase, I just said, this is another, you know, another shield or another, like, yeah, you know, that's just my regular face. Now I'm in a resting dead bitch face. I said, damn, what the fuck is a resting dead bitch face? And now I see it all the time. When you see people, you know, chicks walking, it's like, damn, what you so mad at for? Like, what you so mad at now? Go get yourself a drink and let's all get down. Jadakiss reference. Like, what the fuck is you so mad at? You walk in the street, you look, you know, you look good, your nails is done, your hair is done, your eyelashes is to the sky, you know what I mean? Reach for the sky. Your sideburns and your monster peak, that shit is, you know what I mean, tattooed on your face gorgeously, like it's gorgeously tattooed. And I'm being funny, but I'm not. But I'm talking about when that shit be pressed with the glue, and you can just see that, like, shit is just pressed to your whole side, like the side of your face is a sideburn. And women are like, damn, women have sideburns? Why is all that shit like that anyway? Just a side note question. But you look mad. You look good, but you look mad. And that's a defense mechanism. You know what I mean? It's for some. I don't want to get catcalled. I don't want you trying to talk to me. I don't want your number. So I'm just going to look mean. I'm going to look mad. Like, you don't want nothing to deal with me. And I get it. Because, you know, my saying, if it's not fit, feminine, and friendly, I can just, you know, swipe and look or whatever, and that's it. I know a lot of people like that. So let's talk about some other shit, being how we rocking with the fit, feminine, and friendly, you know what I mean, cooperative and submissive. Those 5 things, that's Kevin Sanders. Rest in peace to the self-proclaimed godfather of YouTube. And, you know, this other guy who was, I won't say similar, I'll say probably has similar talking points. You know what I mean? Obviously share some of the same views, you know, and you know, consider yourself high value and what men should do. A lot of very opinionated. And I find it funny, like, you know, obviously nobody's safe. Like, there's a war going on outside, no man is safe from. You can run from these social medias that we done took. You saying shit on your platform, scared to look, shook. But ain't no such thing as that. And obviously that's a Prodigy and Mobb Deep reference. But once they banned Trump from Twitter, it was free game for everybody. So what I got out of the Andrew Tate dude, you know what I was about to say nigga, you can say the Andrew Tate nigga, you know what I mean? He just got banned from all platforms, Snapchat, Twitter, you know what I mean, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all the shit. And the funny shit about it, and I'm not a big fan of it. Like I said, I've seen some clips. I'm on, you know, matter of fact, let's do it right. Y'all know I'm on these social media platforms. I be running through these YouTube streets, and they should have never let me in the game. Like, yo, I'm here now. They should have never. He wasn't on none of these platforms as far as his own profile and was running this shit. Like, obviously, Kevin Sanders, rest in peace, he was on TikTok, he was on YouTube, obviously, that's why I seen him at. Jumped on Instagram, jumped on all these platforms, had a Facebook forum or whatever, a group. So he's actually was real name, real person, real profile. I don't know if he was running this shit himself, but this dude right here, Andrew Tate, he didn't have no accounts. Other people was taking his material and his shit, having accounts. And one of the clips that I did see about him, he was saying like, yeah, I'm not even on social media, but I have people, you know, they take my clips, they post 10, 15 times a day. You know, they got a certain amount of followers and they making money. You know what I mean? They doing X, Y, Z. And I said, oh shit, all right, cool. Matter of fact, real quick, shout outs to small boy Zion. You know what I mean? Shout outs to Zion. Yeah, kid. Shout outs to Zion. He put me on the Andrew tape. I didn't even know who he was. So that goes to show you I'm not a big supporter, or, you know, I wasn't real familiar with his content. But once Zion put me on, I watched a little video, and this is the video where he was like, I got other people, or they keep posting my shit, and they building their own brand, or, you know, they building their own platform. I'm like, oh, all right, cool. You know, you're supposed to have a lot of workers and shit. You know, I watched a couple of more of his videos. I said, ah, you got the same, you know, tone as obviously, you know, KS. Cool, you know what I mean? The meshes ain't going nowhere. And, you know, I don't really buy into the, you know, to the men against the women against men, and oh, but you black, and nobody wins when the family feuds. That's another whole reference. Like, you know what I mean? Nobody's gonna win. In fact, we're probably gonna lose. You know what I mean? We'll lose together. You know what I mean? That's what Captain America told Tony Stark. You know what I mean? That's up there. That's the end game. We'll lose together. We're going against each other. But I understand that it is fake little wars and pockets where, you know, you got the manosphere, you got people saying. But in this case right here, obviously they got Trump off the airways. Like, you out of here. But I think he's back now. So he's the new, you know, he's the new victim. And Twitter, no, not Twitter, Reddit, which I'm not on. They've been saying they've been slowly removing certain content, and this censorship. Whether you call it shadow banning and shadow boxing, and you know what I mean? Your technique is very, you know what I mean? Whether they shadow banning, you know, censoring or whatever it is, the thing is they're not doing it to women at all. And you know, obviously, I'm gonna give her her props. Her platform is big. My platform is small. Her platform is way, you know what I mean, bigger than mine. That's Cynthia G. She's been going back and forth with KS. Obviously, when he was alive, and YouTube, internet fucking wars. She's, you know, stupid to me. But I get it. I went on her platform one day, and I told you, I'm not gonna lie, on the channel, I'm definitely not shocked and amazed when you put the beat on. In this particular case, the video that I seen of her talking about that black women should abort having black boy baby, I'm not gonna lie, I was shocked and amazed. I'm not gonna lie, I was shocked and amazed. And just hearing some shit like that, I ain't gonna lie, like Phoebe on Friends, when she was like, my eyes, I forget what she actually seen. I don't know if she's seen Ross and Jennifer Anderson. I don't even remember her name on the show. Obviously Jennifer Anderson. You know, she was with Ross. I don't know if she's seen them kissing or doing something, or she was looking from her, you know, window, her apartment, you know, window to another apartment. But I just remember her like, my eyes. When I heard this shit on the channel, definitely I was mad, I'm not gonna lie. I just was like, this shit is, can't make this shit up. And I also was like, you know, she had like a panel or some shit. I was like, my ears, you can't unhear this shit. It's like even the Ku Klux Klan, the Hang the Black, you know what I mean, on Rikers, there used to be a fucking captain, you know what I mean, with a black baby on a noose. Yeah, I wonder how the black officers felt working with him. Right. You know what I mean? I wonder how some of the black COs felt when he was, you know, overseeing them on the shifts that they took. Or did they just look at it like, yo, it's just my shit, bro. I'm in here to get my bread. I'm here to go home to my mom's. Maybe like a Rick Ross. Or maybe he was one of them other type of niggas locked up, you know what I mean, on the job, making niggas lock in and doing some fuck shit. Who knows? My point though, it's some foul racist, you know what I mean? It's like, how the fuck you gonna say you wish women abort their black babies, boy babies? Shit is crazy, shit crazy. She don't get banned, right? But somebody like him would get banned, for having similar views. And like I said, I watched some of his clips. You know, you see the shorts on YouTube and shit. And it sound like real spark plugs. You got the Mr. Let It Go. You got the Talk Conversation. You got a lot of these. I mean, it's a fucking plethora, a billion fucking channels. And I'm one of them. And you can hit the subscribe button and the like button and smash that notification bell. So when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos. I said, damn, they gonna censor this dude? You know what I mean? For just saying what men, you know, what men think and what men been thinking and saying, and you know, maybe obviously not at a magnitude or magnitude of this. As far as KS, he was all the way up. You know what I mean? Showed and proved. This dude was getting big. There's a lot of channels. You know, there's so many fucking men channels. Some of it's just echo chambers. You know, y'all know I'm not gonna bite my tongue on this channel. You know what I mean? We authentic and we don't run from no topics. It's just certain shit that you don't hear me talking about. There's no time, or it's just like I don't want to talk about that shit. I ain't gonna get that shit no light like that. It's not really that. I don't really care like that. But I do recognize that they censoring, or it seems like they censoring men and not women. Because if you could censor him, they said he was a threat to young boys. I'm saying, damn, threat to young boys. She want to kill young babies, black babies. But he's a threat to young boys. Cool. Let's talk about this motherfucking therapist. I never been to a therapist. I had to sit one-on-one with a counselor before. That AC ain't doing shit. I had to sit with a one-on-one with a counselor before, locked up. You know, outside of parole, they mandate you to do certain things. So I'm only bringing that up to say, I know what it's like to speak truthful to some of the stuff you want to divulge with a professional, somebody with a license. Then you have this chick, what the fuck is her name? Sambry Rawls, right? I mean, and she's the black chick, black light-skinned lesbian chick who, you know, told women, you know, she all for the 304 train, like get on and ride the 304 train because you're gonna die. Like, do you ever think about when you out of here? Your record deal, your alternative lifestyle, out of here, your Mercedes Benz, you know what I mean? Like your Range Rover, your studio time, all your rap videos, all that shit out of here. Your penthouse and niggas got to call up, all that shit out of here. I'm being funny, but I'm not. It could happen to me tomorrow, it could happen right now on live. I've seen plenty of people just die on live. That'd be crazy, crazy. You know what I mean? We see some shit. The point is, she got on TikTok. She said a couple of wild, outlandish, crazy things to men and women. As far as women, if you want to do this and y'all need help, but it really was more geared towards men. That we emotionally detached. You know, I used to hear that I'm indifferent. Still might hear that a little now. Like, you know what I mean? Might tune out. I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I mean? Maybe it's me, the shit that I've been through, my own personal experience, what they're called anecdotal experiences. I hope I said that right. For the people that's, you know, educated, but they still stupid. That's a Kanye West reference. Some people graduate, but they still stupid. They tell you, read this, eat this. You know what I mean? I got my GED, and I'm not the brightest. And I'm, you know, that's just the truth. So I may not be the most eloquent. But you get these people that, they get their, you know, their degrees, you know, they titles, their certificates and all this shit. That means something. I'm not going to knock it for the people that got it. You got to put hours in, you got to put work in, you got to put study in, you got to, you know, pass tests and challenge and pass the test. And that's you for the people that done it. Salute to y'all. That's not being funny, not being sarcastic. Salute to y'all. Because everybody can't do it. If they did, people would do it, right? You're a professional, you train, but because of TikTok, social media, Instagram and all this shit, you get on there, you start talking crazy, you start talking outlandish, you think you can say and do whatever you want, when you want to do it, and how you want to do it. Because it's all about that bag. It's all about the bag. And I didn't realize the Biggie picture was the same. We're going to talk about Big in a quick second, though. You get fired because black women is like, yo, you out of line. At least one black person called up, went and dug and found out her employment and all that other shit. Got her fired. She came back like the Return of the Jedi, like Mike wearing the 4 or 5. Saying some more outlandish shit, but not really acknowledging that you got on TikTok, you got on social media, you showed your ass, literally, told black men, yeah, why the fuck you care what black men is doing if you're a lesbian? I'm just saying, got people in my family, that's a part of that lifestyle. So it's no hate, and I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care about, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, and I don't give a fuck, and I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. That's a Dr. Dre reference, and that's on a Chronic, and that's actually on Bitches Ain't Shit But Hoes and Sugar. That's at the end of the song when a lady starts singing, and that's how she starts singing. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. I don't. As far as who you loving, who you want to be hugging, what you do in your bedroom. I care in this sense. She's a trained professional therapist. She's part of the LGBT community. Got on her social media platform, talked down to men, specifically black men. Oh, but you black. Right, and I'm just light-skinned, but I'm black. Talking about it, we don't want to be alone, and there's articles out there about the black man being the most alone as he ever been, and that shit is bullshit. I beg to differ. As a man, and although I'm not single, living a single life, black men ain't out here motherfucking lonely. Niggas is traveling, doing what they do, and it is what it is, especially with this rhetoric keep being vibrated through the airwaves. You know what I mean? Like coming through your speaker. I know you hear my footsteps, and I know you hear you balling, you hear my sneaks. This shit ain't going nowhere. Just because Kevin died, this shit is not going nowhere. So you can ban an Andrew Tate for saying stuff that you may not like, but that's not going to change anything. That's not going to change the stigma of you being masculine, whether it's true or not. I mean, all black niggas is thugs, and all black people like chicken and watermelon, like Harris once said. Like all my brothers eat chicken and watermelon, talk broken language and drug selling. That's far from the truth. It's far from the truth. There's plenty of black folks in college. There's plenty of educated brothers. There's plenty of brothers making moves and, entrepreneurs and even working good jobs, 9 to 5s. Everybody ain't a Pookie and a Ray Ray. Everybody's not. But that may be the picture that's painted. So I say, damn, you're going to censor somebody like him, but not somebody like her, or not this person, or not that person. When does that, who decides that? If that's you, I guess that would be the people in charge. So what I got out of that is, for people that's social media influencers, you a brand, you branding yourself. You got a platform, you got a podcast, you got a show, like me, Pop Up His TV. We live, we rolling. If you say certain things that people don't like, and when I say people, I don't just mean, but you white, you the color that's right. It could be your own conduit too. This therapist lady, allegedly, maybe kind of, sort of, a black lady doxed her, got her, fired. Not black men. Black men was blamed, but it was the black lady that did that. But this is why your gender matters. I'm coming to see you. I'm a black man. I may have had some trauma. You know what I mean? Maybe my mama, did me dirty, or I didn't think she was the best parent. So I got women problems. Let's just say, right? I come to you because it's you who knows. It's a DMX reference on a prayer. You know what I mean? I come to you because I want some help. I want you to try to help me, walk through this path of emotional detachment. Not being able to express myself. Being emotionally dumb, as she was saying. And this is a smart talk. I can't even talk like this. You know what I mean? And I'm being funny, but I'm not. I got common sense. And I don't give a fuck how many degrees you got. You may say some shit that's eloquent, but if it ain't making sense to me, then oh, I'm looking with the side eye. That's a fact. You ain't gonna just dupe me in a banana and tailpipe me. No. I can't go for that. I'm gonna listen well, and I'm gonna see if 1 and 1 is 2. And if it's 3, then it's not gonna add up. And I'm not buying it. You part of the community, I'm coming to you to get help. You got an alternative motive. You got an agenda, you know what I mean? You got a secret agenda like the Black Lives Matter. Yeah, because they're part of the community as well. It's 2 women, you know, married to each other or dating each other. You know what I mean? Yet you're going to tell a black man or men, heterosexual men that's dealing with women, what to do, what to say, how to, I mean, what? It really doesn't make sense, and it's like, why do you care? So this is all the stuff that I was hearing when she was on her rants, and she was going in, and, you know, hey, I don't care, you can, you know, shake my ass and kiss my ass and all that shit, you know what I mean? Like, what you so mad at now? Go get yourself a drink, let's all get down. What you so mad at for, ma? You a therapist, you're 27, 28, and she don't look bad. She's not bad looking, even though she's with the other team, so there's no chances. What you so mad at? Why you can't have your job, your career, you can focus on your career, shout out to the coach gang, be with your woman lover, and live life. Be on TikTok making other type of videos, get famous doing some other shit. But you decided to get on TikTok, your platform, your social media profile, say some wild, outlandish shit. People call you on it. Black women, or one black woman get you fired. Now you mad, and you mad at black men. But now you also on social media talking about you was helping people and like you've been some fucking counselor for years and years and years. And Sinji, so stupid. You know what I mean? You so dumb. You just sound dumb, but yet you supposed to be the one that's educated. And that's why you're the one that Kanye West is talking about. Like, some people graduate, but they still stupid. And then me, on the other hand, although I may say liked it and fuck some shit up sometime, yeah, I'm not. I got my GED. I know how to say A, B, C, and I know how to count 1, 2, 3, and I got my shit off. You still ain't going to outsmart me, and you ain't going to tell me some shit that I'm just going to go along with and be the go along, get along guy. I don't give a fuck how many degrees you got. It got to make sense. The shit you did was some big bird bozo shit. You fired now, and I'm not saying I'm happy about it, because I'm not. I'm mad that, you know, people had to, you know, forfeit their jobs, you know, because they didn't want to get jabs. You know what I mean? Officers, firemen, you know what I mean, teachers, you know, a lot of people had to lose. And that might be coming back around. Like Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. That might be happening again. So I'm never happy that people gonna lose their job, lose their livelihood. I'm not happy at all. But it's your fault. So take accountability, you know what I mean, for your shit. Be responsible for the shit you put out there. You put that shit out there for somebody to, you know what I mean, absorb and try to dox you. But this is what I really want to say. As far as the Andrew Tate, bringing them in, the Kevin Samuels. These platforms, these social medias, they're not yours. They're not mine. We don't own them. We may be addicted to them. We use them all the time because this is the Truman Show. And pretty much all our lives is all for sale. Like, this shit, we selling our, you know what I mean? We selling our soul. And that's the way people communicate. We get our entertainment. This is what it is now. We don't really know all the effects and the residuals and how it may play out down the line in 10 more years, 15 more years. We still just really, it's only really 10 years in. As far as Instagram and Twitter, that's what I'm talking about. Facebook been out before that. But I mean the way we currently experience and live through social media now, TikTok, Instagram, and whatever else. Obviously, Instagram might be going down a little bit now. It's TikTok, and I still haven't made a profile there. There's just too much shit to just focus on, right? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? You want to make you want to holler the way they do my life, and that's a Marvin Gaye reference. But back to the Tate shit. What I realized that since they took him off, you could build your whole platform, like my shit. I'm struggle streaming right now. But say I wake up and I'm viral tomorrow, like, you know what I mean? Then somebody go back some of my old videos. Like they go to the other videos, right? Like Kanye said, pulled up in my other bench. I go like, oh, this nigga LiVe been talking this shit. This nigga LiVe been on here, oh, you know what I mean? Like, you catch up. Like, you know what I mean? Now y'all want to dox me. Now I said some shit that offended you. I offended you, like Bruce Lee said. You have offended my family in the Shaolin Temple. Then he commenced the whipping ass after that. Like, you have offended my family in the Shaolin Temple. Now I'm gonna whip your ass. Challenge. And I'm being funny, but I'm not. I may offend some people. I may say some shit that's outlandish, that's crazy to you. That's crazy. Now you want to get my channel taken down. Like Kendra G. Shout outs to Kendra G. You know what I mean? The radio personality out there in Chicago. Obviously, she got the dating show. But she recently had some choice words. You know what I mean? Choice words. Pretty much. You know what I mean? Choice words for the people in the back hating on her show. You know what I mean? Hating on her show. About people using her content. People taking her hard-earned work, shit that she do. Then you react to it. Then you flip it and bounce it on some bullshit. And I did the video on that. So go see the other video. I'm bringing this up as far as platforms and them taking your shit down. People being mad that you want to come up now and you shining now. Whether you're using their content or not, like her. And the person who she tried to take down was Don Lexi. You know what I mean? No, not Don Lexi. I was saying I thought his name was Don, but it's Don Lexi. You know, with the Black Light podcast, and you know, spin the clip. And shout outs to him. I quote him on the channel a few times. I remember when he was just coming up in these YouTube streets, and now his channel was popping now. So salute to the brother for working hard. She mad, and she want his channel taken down, or she want some videos taken down, like Cardi B wanted for Tasha K. And speaking of Tasha K, got her own app, got their own website. Shout outs to all the people that's doing social media, podcasts, excuse me, YouTube, Spotify, whatever you're doing. I mean, Anchor, you're doing it right, and you not gonna let them take your platform away if you happen to say some shit. That's why people got Patreon. In the beginning, I didn't know what that was when I first was running through these YouTube streets. And now I know a lot about that. I'm going to switch off and safeguard myself as well, because I believe my content is dope. I believe niggas is stealing the swag juice and looking and seeing, and you know what I mean? Like trying to steal a nigga's shit before he get a chance to shine his own shit. But that's fine. Because you know what I mean? Imitation is a form of flattery. And I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. That's just a side note for the people that's been rocking since day one, and the new people that fuck with my channel. They can take my shit down today or tomorrow, and it won't be nothing I can do about it. I won't be able to direct y'all nowhere else. Like, yo, go to Pop Up His TV over here. So the same thing with Andrew Tate, even though he wasn't actually the one on social media posting up all his content, etc. It was other people doing that. They still say, yo, none of your content could be shown on our platforms no more. And that's you, and if you try to do it for the people that may try to do it, we're going to take your channel down. We're going to take your platform down. Your platform is not really yours, it's just on borrowed time, so you have to set up your own. So I'm going to work towards that, and I'm going to work towards that. That's the lesson in that. That they was able to take him, that's the lesson. Because like whether you like, you know, it's not right, it's not, you know, it's wrong, and you bitching and moaning, and you got complaints and you got grievances. They doxing and they censoring all the men, but they're not doing it to the women. Say that's true for the women allies, or whatever. Like if you recognize that to be true, first acknowledge that, let that sit right there, leave it right there. Then say, nah, they're not just speaking regular. This is what these people is doing. They doxing them, but I get it. I just want fairness. Like when I'm betting on the game. When I see a call that's cheating, or it's like it's for me and I want to win, I'll be like, nah, that definitely wasn't a foul. All I'm saying is acknowledge that it's some bullshit, so we can get past it and we can move forward and we can be done with it. Say they are doing that. What are you going to do to safeguard your voice? I think that Farrakhan is another person who they was like, you can't be on our platform, you can't see him. They're not stopping other people from reposting some of his stuff. But they can, you know, if it's Andrew Tate today, it's And me tomorrow is you the next day if you're a content creator. Or your sponsors may be taken away. People may be mad. If you're speaking against women, like, you know, you oversized and you're not my type, you know what I mean? And that's you, ladies. Some of y'all. You're not fit, feminine, friendly, or, you know, whatever it is. And you saying something that's triggering somebody else so they feel like, you know what I mean? Got something for Kane ass. Fuck Kane. Like, you know what I mean? You like, fuck Kane. You know what I mean? From Menace to Society. And you Chauncey, and you mad because he beat the shit out you with the pistol. You know what I mean? You mad, so any little chance that you could get, you gonna try to fuck a nigga over. Like, nah, I'm gonna set this nigga up. We gonna drop a dime on that nigga. Yeah, like Belly, we gonna drop a dime, and you the illest nigga in Nebraska, just to fuck niggas over. It can happen to me. It can happen to you. It can happen to anybody. They got us living like animals. You gotta set yourself up so that if they do that. If you got a big platform, so like me, it'll hurt only because I love doing the show. You know what I mean? And I told y'all this on the channel before. When I can't do the show, or maybe some days go by, I'll be like, damn it, man. I want to talk to the people. My shit is small struggles. Like we, you know what I mean? We little house on the prairie, you know what I mean? So it won't really be nothing, because a few people that fuck with me, y'all won't get pop of this. But I'm not no big deal like that. But I made like $1 million worth of game. Somebody like Meteotoria Review. Somebody like O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again. Somebody like Hassan Campbell. People that got almost 500,000 followers. They shut their platform off. If they didn't have anything set up in the back office, then you would miss them. A lot of people would be like, damn, I can't find this nigga, you know what I mean? And I'm sure it's like that with Andrew Tate too, because he's a firecracker, you know what I mean? He's a gaslighter. A lot of his one-hit quitters and his little sayings, you know what I mean, people are using, but they starting to block it on social media. So it's like, yeah, they're censoring it. Don't let you be censored. So, you know, the therapist, she can say what she want, not at her job, but on social media, TikTok, her followers is growing. It's growing and it's growing and it's grown. You know what I mean? But for somebody like, you know, him, you get censored, you get silenced. So, you know, we in the end game for that. You know, it's a lot of other shit going on, but we out of here right now. You know what I mean? If you are a content creator, you don't want to be censored, make sure you set yourself up. I'm going to do the same. You know, even though we a little low over here for now. Niggas will catch up later. If not, then oh well. But you know what it is. It's your boy, Popovich. Popovich TV. That's what y'all was tuned into. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling back up in here. One more again. Yeah, kid.